Nepal reported its highest daily spike of 266 coronavirus cases in more than 2 months yesterday. Neighboring nation India also crossed the 100,000 mark for the first time ever. In this scenario, as Nepal shares an open border with India, the risk looms larger, making it all the more crucial to adopt maximum preventive measures at all times. Good morning, I am Bipashna Tamang and these are the headlines of the hour. It was exactly a month yesterday since the session of the House of Representatives resumed after its reinstatement. Issues of the public yet to be discussed. Nepal records the highest single-day spike of 266 new cases in more than 2 months. Health Ministry warns of looming threat. More than 1,800 inmates escaped from a prison in Nigeria after it was attacked by gunmen. And Barcelona defeat Real Valladolid by a solitary goal in the La Liga. Ousmane Dembele scores a dramatic late winner to give Barcelona a huge boost in the title challenge. It's been a month since the first session of the reinstated House of Representatives was held. The ongoing session, mostly known as the bill session of the Parliament, however, has yet to discuss on a single bill. We have more in this report.
The reinstated House of Representatives, despite the lapse of 1 month's time and 7 sittings, has yet to discuss on a single bill. 36 bills at the House of Representatives and 19 bills at the National Assembly are awaiting decisions. The government had issued 8 ordinances, while the case against the dissolution of the lower house was under consideration at the Supreme Court. None of these ordinances have so far been tabled at both the houses for discussion, despite constitutional obligations on the government. Crucial bills for citizenship, Federal Civil Service Commission, among others, have been in limbo due to the lack of interest on behalf of the government. Meanwhile, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli, who attended the first session of the reinstated House of Representatives, has boycotted all of the sessions so far. Analysts say this suggests the lack of interest on part of the Premier in state policies. Opposition parties say the Premier has rendered the lower house ineffective. 7 sessions have been held so far since the reinstatement of the lower house. All of these sessions were focused on lawmakers from all the parties exchanging blame games. Meanwhile, the government says the parliament is itself responsible for its own ineffectiveness and that it has failed to prioritize important issues like the MCC agreement.
सदनको एजेन्डा सरकारले तय गर्ने होइन, सरकारले दर्ता गर्ने हो। सरकार जहिले पनि MCC भन्नुस्, अरु IAEA को एटमिक एनर्जीसँग सम्बन्धित भन्नुस्, या अरु जे पनि अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय सन्धिहरू छन् यहाँ दर्ता भएका छन् अनुमोदनका लागि रेक्टिफिकेसनका लागि हामी त सधैँ तयार छौं। सदनले किन अगाडि बढाइरहेको छैन? सदन स्वयंले यसको जवाफ दिनुपर्छ भन्ने म आग्रह गर्न चाहन्छु।
Nepal reported its highest daily spike in new Covid-19 cases in more than 2 months yesterday. A total of 266 new cases of Covid-19 were registered yesterday. This is the highest single-day spike recorded since 27th of January. The country had registered 283 new cases on that day. Since then, the number of daily new cases had been declining. The rising number of cases in India has increased risk in Nepal as well. 36 districts reported new cases yesterday, out of which the Kathmandu Valley alone registered 137 fresh cases. The government, meanwhile, has projected that the infection rate could reach its peak in June-July. Health Minister Hridayesh Tripathi, while speaking at the House of Representatives yesterday, warned that the number of COVID-19 cases could reach its peak in June-July if precautionary measures are not followed strictly. Meanwhile, the meeting of the District COVID-19 Crisis Management Committee of Kathmandu held yesterday afternoon instructed concerned municipalities to make necessary arrangements for health checkups and to carry out antigen tests of suspicious individuals at border points. Likewise, the meeting also instructed to make necessary arrangements for contact tracing and not to organize mass gatherings at public places. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked the locals of Arghakhachi district what should be done to improve the quality of development works. Before we go for a short break, let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
भ्रष्टाचार गर्नु भएन कति खर्च भयो कस्तो खालको क्वालिटी हो भनेर भन्ने गरे त्यो नहेर्दिदा
लेखा परीक्षणका कामहरू अनि त्यसपछि गएर चाहिँ वाच एन्ड डगको रूपमा चाहिँ नागरिकको भूमिकाहरू
उपभोक्ता पनि हामी सहज हुनु पर्यो राम्रो तरिकाले अनि हाम्रो राम्रो विकास निर्माणको काममा राम्रो गुणस्तरीय वस्तुहरूको उपयोग गर्नु पर्यो
It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And here's the question: what is reason for the increase in electricity leakage? The options: option A, managerial weakness; option B, nexus by employees; and option C, technical lapses. The voting is on. Type any WS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And time now for the sports update.
Sports news.
Ousmane Dembele scored a dramatic late winner to give Barcelona victory over Real Valladolid and a huge boost in their La Liga title challenge. With last night's win in Barcelona, the hosts have climbed up to the second spot of the points table, 1 point behind leaders Atletico Madrid, thanks to a 6th La Liga win in a row. Barca looked as if they were going to be frustrated, but the turning point was Oscar Plano's straight red card for a dangerous foul on Dembele. Dembele scored through a volley in the last minute of the match to give Barcelona the dramatic win. Both sides hit the woodwork in the first half. Kenan Codro's header for Valladolid and Pedri's low drive for Barcelona being tipped on the post. Barcelona's title hopes are in the hands now after Atletico lost to Sevilla at the weekend. Barca visit Real Madrid in El Clasico this Saturday and host Atletico next month. Atletico Madrid lead the league point table with 66 points from 29 matches, while Barcelona are second with 65 points from 29 matches, and Real Madrid are third with 63 points from 29 matches as well. And time now for our special segment, Sports Buzz.
The ugly head of racial discrimination was witnessed in Valencia's La Liga match against Cadiz on Sunday night. Valencia players walked off the pitch, charging Cadiz players of hurling racial abuses against its players. Valencia players staged a walkout after 30 minutes of play after its player Mukhtar Diakeji complained of racial abuses hurled from Cadiz player Juan Cala. Diakeji complained against the referee, following which the Valencia players briefly walked away. The match at the time was tied 1-1. Valencia players had to resume the match as there were chances of points deduction for staging a walkout. Diakeji, however, did not return to the field. Cadiz eventually won the match, aided by an 88th minute strike. Tribhuvan Army Club is all set to take on Sri Lanka Police Sports Club on 7th of April, coming Wednesday at the capital's Dashrath Stadium under the AFC Cup qualifiers. However, amid the increasing threat of coronavirus, the stadium will only allow half the capacity of spectators. The Dashrath Stadium has a total capacity of 15,000 spectators, and the latest ruling by ANFA means that only 7,500 tickets will be sold. Meanwhile, tickets have been priced at 500 and 300 rupees. A Division League champions, Machindra Club, were denied participation in the AFC Cup as Machindra have not completed the protocol of AFC licensing. This has paved way to the runner-up Tribhuvan Army's participation in the prestigious championship. Gajendra Rai of Tribhuvan Army Club and APF's Pushpa Bhandari have won the first Kishanji Memorial Half Marathon event. Army man Gajendra Rai clocked 1 hour 6 minutes and 51 seconds to win the half marathon held this Saturday in the capital. Another army man, Khagendra Bhatt, came second with a timing of 1 hour 7 minutes and 20 seconds, while Ramji Basnet came third, clocking 1 hour 9 minutes and 39 seconds. In the women's category, Pushpa Bhandari of APF came first with a timing of 1 hour 23 minutes and 34 seconds. The second place went to Army's Purna Lakshmi Nirpane, while APF's Asha Raut came third. There were cash awards along with medals in different categories. This is Sarah Chitragar for our special segment Sports Buzz and Kantipur News Desk.
And that's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.